We have been learning about fractions, so I wanted to share a book today that does a pretty good job of recapping the concept of fractions and what a fraction is, and in a silly way, applying it to real life situations. But I think those examples children can connect to, they can understand. Um, and if they can connect to the book and the example concretely, then the concept is that much easier to learn. So I encourage you to pause during the book, talk about the examples, and then also use the book to create examples at home to learn more about fractions. And a good way to do that is by using food, which we'll see in this book too. Okay, so today's book is called A Fraction's Goal, Parts of a Whole by Brian P. Cleary. Fractions are a portion, a piece, or just a part of something that is larger, like this segment on this chart. Or look at this round pizza. It can be cut in 2, or 4, or 6, or 8 or more, whatever best suits you. But let's say that it's cut in 2 and you pick up 1 slice. If you've got 1 piece out of 2, it's half to be precise. Next, cut that pizza into 4 and take 1 single piece. That's 1/4 now. Can you guess how the size has been decreased? So now, if someone wants half, 2 slices will be needed. 2/4 and 1/2 are the same. They're different ways to read it. Fractions also work with groups, like 2/3 of the players, 7/8 of the jugglers, and 1/2 of the mayors. Pretend you have 3 uncles and 2 came for a visit. That would mean 2/3 were there. That's not so hard, is it? Let's say the 3rd one showed up to join in all the fun. That's 1 whole group of uncles, because 3/3 equals 1. Fractions come in handy if you ever help with baking. You'll see them in recipes for breads and cakes you're making. 3/4 tablespoons of salt. I'll add 2/3 cups of flour, 5/8 cups of chocolate chips, and bake for half an hour. The numerator is the word for the number on top. Like the 3 that's in, we lost 3/10 of this year's crops. The number underneath the slash is a denominator. Note that nearly all the time, this bottom number is greater. Fractions can be used in pizzas, planes, and cranes, and plants. You'll know more than just a portion if you give them half a chance. So what is a fraction? Do you know? You have fraction work in your work file that we also use in our fraction lesson. It would be fun if you paused it on the certain pages or on this graph and had your student make their own fractions according to this graph. An idea. I hope you enjoyed a fractions goal, parts of a whole. Fractions are super fun to use at home. It's really easy to just talk about them at every mealtime or when you're talking about time in the day. The more you talk about it, the more they absorb. See you next time.